Hi, I'm so happy to see you again. Of course, I'm not really seeing you, but I am sure welcoming the chance for you to listen to some Buddha Dharma teachings. I am quoting some material from my alternate days service. This is material I wrote in to help people to understand the basics of Buddhism a little more easier. It's a little bit easier if you have some poetic or mnemonic advice to remember this. I have written this for new Buddhists, though, and also those that would like to remember the core common teachings of Buddhism, and those that would like to keep it simple. That's me. I like to keep it simple. All material is written with the new and the curious in mind. This is not a standard offering for a service, but an alternative to learning that can be altered with unique chanting styles. Go ahead and make some of your own. It'd be really cool to see what you do because this is it in its simplest form. It's very useful for memory training and supplements the advanced Buddhist already vast years of study. Let's hope that's true. Dharma teachers, that is Vinaya Bhikshu and Vinaya Bhikshuni, as well as the monastic Dharma teachers from Japanese Buddhism, may use this material to introduce key ideas important to Buddhism and the understanding of each category of people practicing Buddhism and how they fit into it, as well as practical mind training that they can use in their daily life. Usually a service starts with the invocation or the summons of the root teacher, Shakyamuni Buddha, or it has a very general start to it. Everything that I've have to offer in these videos will be in standard English. I bow to root teacher Shakya, ascetic awakened. I bow to root teacher Shakya, ascetic awakened. I bow to root teacher Shakya, ascetic awakened. Say it 3 times to start up each service or your practice. In fact, it's while you're reciting this, it's better to have a bow with each recitation. This is Dharma Master Hongyang's known clearly memorizing roots verse. That's me. I'm Venerable Hongyang. I'm Dharma Master Hongyang. Known clearly, I put in my memory Buddha, Dharma, Sangha, the triple jewels. Known clearly, I put in my memory Buddha, a person awakened and enlightened, our root teacher Shakyamuni Buddha. Known clearly, I put in my memory Dharma, all laws, all existence, and all truths. The Buddha Shakyamuni's teachings. Known clearly, I put in my memory Sangha, Bhikshu and Bhikshuni, Shramana Rika, and Siksamana, known clearly I put in my memory. Sangha, chanted is the living Bhikshu and Bhikshuni, known clearly I put in my memory. Sangha, chanted, honors lineage, ancestors, elders, Bhikshu and Bhikshuni, known clearly I put in my memory. Bhikshu, a man who left home, a Buddha Shakyamuni disciple with ordained 250 precepts, known clearly I put in my memory. Bhikshuni, a woman who left home, a Buddha Shakyamuni disciple, ordained 348 precepts, known clearly I put in my memory. Shramana, a man, a monastic in the Bhikshu Sangha, given 10 precepts, known clearly I put in my memory. Shramana Rika, a woman, a monastic in the Bhikshuni Sangha, given 10 precepts, known clearly I put in my memory. Bodhisattva, an aware enlightened being, known clearly I put in my memory. Upasaka, Upasika, layman and laywoman are the 4 lay orders, known clearly I put in my memory. Upasaka, a man, a supporter, having taken refuge in the triple gem and given 5 precepts, known clearly I put in my memory. Upasika, a woman, a supporter, having taken refuge in the triple jewel and given 5 precepts, known clearly I put in my memory. Layman, a male with faith, studies and practices, a donor, attends temples, known clearly I put in my memory. Laywoman, a female with faith, studies and practices, a donor, attends temples, known clearly, now memorized and quick to recall. It's a little different when you're facing a video camera and having to recite this material. So give me a little leeway, okay? 4 Noble Truths, mine, yours, and theirs. Verse. Our root teacher Shakyamuni Buddha taught us the 4 Noble Truths. Suffering exists, a first truth, mine, yours, and theirs. Suffering is caused by ignorance, which gives rise to desire, a second truth, mine, yours, and theirs. Suffering ends in nirvana, a third truth, mine, yours, and theirs. Suffering ends through the practice of the Eightfold Noble Path, a fourth truth, mine, yours, and theirs. Eightfold Noble Path, I now correct myself. Verse. Our root teacher Shakyamuni Buddha taught us the Eightfold Path so we may help ourselves correct our habits born of cravings or desires and end our suffering. Right view, wisdom path, I now correct myself. Right thought, a wisdom path, I now correct myself. Right speech, a morality path, I now correct myself. Right action, a morality path, I now correct myself. Right livelihood, a morality path, I now correct myself. Right effort, a concentration path, I now correct myself. Right mindfulness, a concentration path, I now correct myself. Right focus, a concentration path, I now correct myself. 12 linked chains of dependent origination, causes, and perception. Ignorance trained karma patterns in past life cause. Karma patterns in the past life train perceptions in the present life cause. Perception train mind and body events view. Mind and body events train the six bases view. The six bases trained ideas view. Ideas train feeling view. Feeling train craving view. Craving train clinging view. Clinging train the process of becoming view. The process of becoming trained rebirth view. Rebirth trained old age and death view. Old age and death trained ignorance view. So continues future cycles. The four foundations of mindfulness. 1. The body is impure. 2. Feeling is suffering. 3. Mind is impermanent. 4. Dharma is dependent without self-entity. I just want to mention there is no extremism in Mahayana or Theravada Buddhism regarding feelings. We are not supposed to negate feelings. We all have to have feelings in order to survive, and feelings help protect us. It's built in to the way our body is working. It's usually it's based on the need to protect ourselves in our environment. Okay. The Bodhisattva's two actions. Bodhisattvas are in the world today to carry out their work. Bodhisattvas are to integrate themselves in society through four practices: charity, kind speech, beneficial actions, and cooperation. It's hardest to be nice to yourself. Some of the hardest practices to do for yourself is also to be kind in thought to yourself, bringing beneficial actions to yourself. And you really should be good to yourself, because if you aren't, how can you be good to other people? That doesn't mean indulgent. It means being good to yourself, taking care of yourself, eating when you should, and not undertaking ascetic practices. Remember, Buddha taught the middle way. Bodhisattvas cultivate four infinite minds: infinite loving kindness, infinite compassion, infinite joy, infinite calmness. Four great vows of bodhisattvas, both lay and monastic. Sentient beings are countless. I vow to save them all. Remember, only if asked to save by someone who needs you to help them. There is no coercion, no persuasion, no need to convince another person. Sufferings are infinite. I vow to end them all. Schools and traditions are diverse. I vow to study them all. Choose one as your core practice, not all of them. That creates no foundation in your own practice. If you add and keep adding practices as you encounter it, or that find things that you're attracted to, you owe yourself in your mind training to set your foundation very firmly. And in order to do that, you need to stay in one practice, one tradition, and keep that as your core practice because that will keep your mind stable. You can study and explore other practices and other traditions. You can even change your foundational practice, but that does not mean that you can change it every other day. What it means is your foundation practice takes as long as it took you to train as a bhikshu or bhikshu. You should be doing it your core practice for at least 5 years, at least 10 years in order to master it. The Buddha path is supreme. I vow to complete it. Chan Master's 10 Rules for a Long Life. Dar Sen in Zen Temple in Japan from the Peaceful Dwelling Project website of Reverend Madeline Coe Basti. I've had this little 10 list phrase for years since I've known Reverend Basti. 1. Little meat, lots of veggies. 2. Little salt, lots of vinegar. 3. Little sugar, lots of fruit. 4. Little food, lots of chewing. 5. Little trouble, lots of sleep. 6. Little anger, lots of laughter. 7. Little talking, lots of doing. 8. Little need, lots of giving. 9. Little clothing, lots of bathing. 10. Little car riding, lots of walking. Kasyapa Buddha's teachings. This is the most often quoted, the least understood, and not quoted. This is not quoted from Shakyamuni Buddha. Do no evil. Do only good. Purify one's mind. This is the teaching of all the Buddhas. This is Kasyapa Buddha's teachings, not Shakyamuni Buddha's teachings. 3 refuges. I take refuge in the Buddha. I take refuge in the Dharma. I take refuge in the Sangha. I take refuge in the Buddha again. I take refuge in the Dharma again. I take refuge in the Sangha again. I take refuge in the Buddha finished. I take refuge in the Dharma finished. I take refuge in the Sangha finished. The merit and return verse. Merit and virtue gain because of my recitation. I'll say it again. Again, mistakes are okay. Merit and virtue gain because of my recitation sends hope and benefits for me, and it expands throughout all time and space to all sentient beings. Health, wealth, and long life wishes for me and all sentient beings, wishing we will all attain nirvana. You can add the 3 vows practice at the end of your personal home practice. You may also have the 3 vows as part of your beginning, as I mentioned earlier. Thank you very much for listening. I hope you learned a little bit about Buddha Dharma. Keep it simple. Keep it real.